Imagine two players on the same team who can shoot from practically anywhere on the court and drain three-pointers with jaw-dropping consistency. Two players who have changed the way basketball is played, who have made shooting an art form, and who, together, created one of the most formidable backcourts in NBA history. This is the story of the Splash Brothers, Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson, a duo whose skill, chemistry, and long-range shooting forever redefined what it means to be good in the NBA. But just how good were they actually? The story of the Splash Brothers began when the Golden State Warriors drafted Stephen Curry in 2009 and then added Klay Thompson in 2011. Neither was expected to become the phenomenon they did. Curry, despite being an electrifying scorer at Davidson, had scouts doubting whether he could handle the physicality of the NBA. Thompson, a smooth shooter out of Washington State, was solid but didn't stand out as an immediate star. Yet together, they would build something extraordinary, something that few could have foreseen. By the time they were firing on all cylinders, they weren't just shooters. They were an unstoppable force that altered NBA defenses and changed the league itself. The Splash Brothers earned their nickname for one simple reason: they could shoot the lights out from anywhere on the court. In an era where three-point shooting was mostly a role for specialists, Curry and Thompson made it their primary weapon. Curry's release was lightning quick and unpredictable. He could shoot off the dribble, pull up from 30 feet, or catch defenders off guard with step backs. His confidence in his shot was unlike anything the NBA had ever seen. Klay, on the other hand, was the perfect complement. Known for his picture-perfect form, he could hit threes at an absurdly high percentage, often heating up and scoring in bunches without needing many dribbles. Where Curry was dazzling and creative, Klay was smooth and methodical. Their chemistry was undeniable. Curry and Thompson each had the skills to be a top scorer on any team, but together, they became something greater. They read each other's movements perfectly, running screens, creating spacing, and drawing double teams that left defenses scrambling. It was nearly impossible to defend against both, and when they were both on fire, teams were often left helpless. The Warriors' offense became a well-oiled machine where Curry and Thompson's shooting opened up lanes for everyone else, spreading the floor to create endless possibilities. The dynamic between them forced opposing teams to rethink their defensive strategies, often without success. But Curry and Thompson weren't just three-point shooters, they were complete players. Curry's handles and court vision allowed him to break down defenses and create plays for teammates, while his shooting range made him a threat the moment he crossed half court. Thompson, known as one of the best two-way players in the league, could lock down opposing guards on defense, using his size, agility, and discipline to neutralize scoring threats. While Curry's shooting is what put him in the MVP conversation, Thompson's ability to defend the best players while scoring in explosive spurts made him just as valuable. Together, they formed a duo that was not only lethal offensively, but balanced defensively. The first real glimpse of their potential came in the 2014-15 season when Curry and Thompson led the Warriors to a 67-win season and their first NBA championship in 40 years. Curry won his first MVP award, averaging over 23 points per game and hitting a league record 286 three-pointers in the season. But in the playoffs, it was clear this team was more than just Curry's brilliance. In Game 6 of the Western Conference Finals against the Oklahoma City Thunder in 2016, Thompson delivered one of the most memorable performances in NBA history, scoring 41 points and hitting an NBA playoff record 11 three-pointers, effectively saving the Warriors from elimination and pushing them to the finals. That game solidified Klay's reputation as a clutch performer and showed just how dangerous the Splash Brothers were when they needed to deliver. Their style of play revolutionized the NBA. Before Curry and Thompson, teams focused on scoring in the paint and relied on three-point shooters as supplementary players. But the Splash Brothers made the three-pointer a central offensive weapon. They didn't just shoot threes, they built an entire game plan around it, one that spread the floor and forced teams to adapt. After their dominance, teams across the league started to prioritize shooting, spacing, and faster, high-paced offenses. The Warriors, led by the Splash Brothers, had effectively ushered in the three-point era in the NBA, and it changed the way teams drafted, trained, and strategized. As their careers progressed, the Splash Brothers continued to set records. Curry broke his own single-season three-point record multiple times, ultimately shattering it with 402 three-pointers in the 2015-16 season. Thompson, meanwhile, set a record by scoring 60 points in just 29 minutes in 2016, a feat that left fans and analysts speechless. In that game, he took only 11 dribbles and scored at a rate almost unheard of in modern basketball. Their shooting achievements reached a level that many thought impossible. unstoppable. Every time they played, they were chasing history, and every three-pointer added to a legacy that was becoming undeniable. Yet, it wasn't just about the numbers. It was about the heart and determination they showed on the biggest stages. Injuries, setbacks, and intense competition didn't stop them. Even after suffering a season-ending ACL injury in the 2019 finals, Thompson fought his way back, determined to rejoin Curry and make another run at the title. Curry, too, battled injuries, carrying the team in Thompson's absence, proving that he could still lead and dominate. Their commitment to each other, to the Warriors, and to the game itself demonstrated that they weren't just incredible shooters, they were relentless competitors. So how good were the Splash Brothers actually? They weren't just great, they were transformational. They forced the league to rethink what was possible with shooting, and their influence can be seen across every team in the NBA today. They brought a new level of excitement to the game, showing that skill, precision, and chemistry could create a dynasty. They won 3 championships together, changed the trajectory of the Warriors franchise, and captivated fans around the world with their remarkable shooting performances and unforgettable playoff moments. In the end, Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson were more than just 2 players on a team. They were the heartbeat of a movement, a revolution that expanded the game's horizons. The Splash Brothers made it clear that shooting could be as dominant as any other skill, that three-pointers could be the foundation of a winning team, and that 2 players with unmatched chemistry and drive could change the game forever. Today, their legacy continues, with young players across the world trying to emulate their style, inspired by the way they played with joy, skill, and the pure love of basketball. The Splash Brothers were not only good, they were historic, iconic, and forever part of the story of the modern NBA.